everyone, it's Katrina. By the end of today's video, your list of travel destinations will probably have gotten longer. From ancient Roman aqueducts to marvels of modern engineering, here are 8 of the most amazing bridges in the world. Number 8. Golden Gate Bridge, USA. San Francisco's Golden Gate Bridge, which was opened over 81 years ago on May 27, 1937, is arguably the most recognizable bridge in the world. Spanning a 1-mile-wide strait known as the Golden Gate, which links the Pacific Ocean to the San Francisco Bay, the historic suspension bridge connects the city of San Francisco to Marin County, California, via U.S. Route 101 and California's State Route 1. Prior to the construction of the Golden Gate Bridge, which began on January 5, 1933, people relied on the ferry services of the Golden Gate Ferry Company, a subsidiary of South Pacific Railroad. Passengers paid $1 per vehicle for the 27-minute boat ride. At the time of its conception, many people said the Golden Gate Bridge simply couldn't be built. The 6,700-foot wide strait that connects the Pacific Ocean to the San Francisco Bay, which is rumored to be 500 feet deep in the middle, is known as one of the most unforgiving stretches of water in the world. The strait is characterized by its strong currents due to tides moving in and out of the bay, winds of up to 75 miles per hour, and for near zero visibility when the wind drops, causing the area to be shrouded in fog. At a central span of 4,200 feet, a total length of 1.7 miles, and a main height of 746 feet, the bridge was both the longest and tallest suspension bridge in the world when it opened to pedestrians on May 27, 1937. The next day, it was officially opened to vehicles via a telegraph from then-President Franklin D. Roosevelt. The bridge was designed by architect Irving Morrow and engineered by Joseph Strauss and Charles Ellis and cost $35 million. The American Society of Civil Engineers declared the Golden Gate Bridge as one of the 7 wonders of the modern world in 1994. There is a dark side to the bridge's splendor, however. Since its completion in 1937, nearly 1,700 people have committed suicide by jumping off it. Suicide has become increasingly problematic throughout the world in recent years. In August of this year, construction began on a 385,000 square foot stainless steel net on the Golden Gate Bridge. While many citizens oppose what they see as an unnecessary publicly funded $211 million project, or think the safety net will interfere with the aesthetic quality of the bridge, it's being built anyway. Hopefully, it will save lives. Have you ever been to the Golden Gate Bridge? Let me know in the comments below. Number 7. Akashi-Kaikyo Bridge, Japan. At a total length of 12,831 feet, the Akashi-Kaikyo Bridge, also known as the Pearl Bridge, is the world's longest suspension bridge. Completed in 1998, the suspension bridge links the city of Kobe, located on the Japanese mainland of Honshu, to Iwaya on Awaji Island. The bridge proved its resilience several years before it was even opened. At 5:46 a.m. on Tuesday, January 17, 1995, one of the deadliest and costliest earthquakes to ever hit Japan occurred. Registering at a magnitude of 6.9 and lasting for 20 seconds, the Kobe earthquake claimed some 6,400 lives. The Pearl Bridge, however, survived, although it had to be expanded by around 3.3 feet as a result of the earthquake. Prior to the bridge's completion, the only way to get from point A to point B was to take a ferry across the Akashi Strait. Severe storms are a common occurrence in this waterway. In 1955, 168 people died as the result of 2 ferries sinking in the strait during a storm. Constructing a bridge was seen as a safe and convenient alternative to sailing from one place to the other. The 6-lane bridge took just under a decade to build. Construction began in May 1988, and it officially opened for traffic on April 5, 1998. Its central span measures 1,237 miles in length. The other 2 sections are each 0.6 miles long. The Pearl Bridge's most impressive feature is its ability to withstand extreme conditions, including earthquakes measuring up to 8.5 in magnitude, harsh sea currents, and winds up to 178 miles per hour. Number 6. Pont du Gard, France. Built by the Romans halfway through the 1st century AD, the Pont du Gard is part of a 50-kilometer-long aqueduct that supplied water to the city of Nimes, formerly known as Nemausus. The tri-level 50-meter-high monument, which is constructed of soft yellow limestone blocks, carried water across the Garden River. While the Pont Gard is a widely admired work of art, it's also a highly sophisticated technical masterpiece and a testament to the ingenuity of the ancient Romans. It was designed by architects and hydraulic engineers and built with such precision, its difference in height from one end to the other is just 2.5 centimeters, or 1 inch. Pretty darn impressive for a structure that was built before the existence of the modern technology that today's designers and builders rely on. How did they do it? The Pont du Gard is the tallest of all the ancient Roman aqueducts. Evidence suggests that it was used as an aqueduct as late as the 6th century. It was poorly maintained after the 4th century, however, and the flow of water was eventually choked off by debris and mineral deposits. The aqueduct fell into disuse after the Roman Empire fell, but the structure remained largely intact and continued to be used as a toll bridge. During the 17th century, the bridge was heavily damaged by looters. By the 18th century, however, the historic landmark gained popularity as a tourist destination, and its preservation became a priority of the local authorities and the French state. Over the next 3 centuries, the Pont du Gard underwent a series of renovations, the most recent of which was completed in the year 2000. Number 5. Tsing Bridge, Hong Kong. This is the world's largest rail-carrying and bi-level suspension bridge. It is also the 11th longest suspension bridge in the world. Completed in 1997, the Tsing Bridge is named after the 2 main islands it connects, Tsing and Ma Wan. Its main span measures 4,518 feet in length and is 676 feet high. The bridge deck is 135 feet wide and carries 6 lanes of traffic total, 3 going in each direction. On the lower level, there are 2 rail tracks and 2 sheltered carriageways, which are used primarily for maintenance access, but also for traffic during severe weather, namely typhoons. Before the bridge was built, the only way to access Lantau, Hong Kong's largest island, was by water. Construction began in June 1992 and took just short of 5 years to complete. The Tsing Bridge was an integral part of the Lantau Link, a roadway linking Hong Kong's urban areas with the Hong Kong International Airport. On April 27, 1997, former British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher inaugurated the Lantau Link. The roadway was officially open to traffic on May 22nd of the same year at 8:00 a.m. Number 4. The Hangzhou Bay Bridge, China. The 35-kilometer-long Hangzhou Bay Bridge is located in the eastern coastal region of China and connects the municipalities of Jiaxing to the north and Ningbo in the south, in the Zhejiang province. At 22 miles or 36 kilometers long, it is the longest transoceanic bridge in the world. Opened in May 2008, the $1.7 billion bridge is expected to have a lifespan of 100 years. With 6 lanes in each direction, a speed limit of 62 miles per hour, and a shortened travel distance from 249 miles to 112 miles, this engineering masterpiece is all about efficiency. The Hangzhou Bay Bridge was constructed in the Qiantang River and Yangtze River deltas and Hangzhou Bay, where some of the highest tidal bore forces on Earth occur. It's also in a prime location for earthquakes and typhoons. Because of the known strength of cable-stayed bridges in adverse conditions, this was the chosen form for the Hangzhou Bay Bridge, thank goodness. Building the bridge was difficult. Due to its sheer size, the 600 experts that designed it spent almost a decade perfecting it. Many different challenges were encountered, even after nearly 10 years of planning. Offshore construction played a major role in putting the bridge together, with several parts of the bridge being completed on land and then transported to their place in the water. Other major issues arose due to the harsh waters. According to Wang Yong, chief director of the Hangzhou Bay Transoceanic Bridge Construction Command Post, the structure was built in the world's most complicated sea environment. Additionally, roughly 50 meters below the ground along the bridge's location, an area of toxic methane gas was discovered. To release the methane 6 months prior to drilling, steel pipes measuring 60 centimeters in diameter were inserted into the ground. Smack dab in the middle of the bridge, on a man-made island, there's a 110,000 square foot service center called Land Between the Sea and Sky. Along with a lookout tower that offers a bird's-eye view of the bridge and the ocean, the center consists of a hotel and shopping center, exhibition, parking, and restaurant facilities. Number 3. Millau Viaduct, France. At 1,125 feet high, the Millau Viaduct is the tallest bridge in the entire world. Ranked as one of the greatest engineering feats of all time, it even received the 2006 Outstanding Structure Award from the International Association of Bridge and Structural Engineering. The need for the viaduct arose due to the traffic congestion near Millau in the late 1980s, especially during summer holiday months, as many people traveled between Paris and Madrid. In 1996, the proposed plan for a cable-stayed bridge gained the favor of a jury of experts that had been charged with the task of judging contest entries for the structure's design. Construction of the 8,200-foot-long roadway began in October 2001. It was completed ahead of schedule and was officially open to traffic on December 16, 2004, several weeks prior to the initial planned opening date of January 10, 2005. Upon its completion, the bridge broke several records, earning the top spot for the tallest pylons in the world, the highest bridge tower in the world, and the highest road bridge deck in Europe. The Millau Viaduct has a predicted lifespan of 120 years. Number 2. The Caravan Bridge, Turkey. Most of the bridges on today's list either currently held a world title or did at one point. The Caravan Bridge stakes its claim to fame as the Guinness record holder for the world's oldest known bridge. Completed in 850 BC, the bridge is located in Izmir, Turkey, and spans the river Melis. The single-arch, slabstone bridge is inconspicuous and simple. In other words, the Caravan Bridge isn't much to look at. However, it has been in continuous use since it was built nearly 3,000 years ago, making it impressive in its own right. Number 1. The Sidu River Bridge, China. Last but not least is the Sidu River Bridge in China, which is the world's second highest bridge. The 4,009-foot-long suspension bridge is situated in the mountains of the Sichuan Basin in the Badong County of the Hubei province. Spanning Sidu River Valley, the bridge stands about 1,640 feet above the bottom of a gorge. It was officially opened to traffic on November 15, 2009. Construction costs totaled 720 million yuan, which is the equivalent of around 100 million US dollars. One look at the breathtaking scenery the bridge is surrounded by demonstrates one reason the structure qualifies as amazing. But there are other reasons as well. Before the Sidu River Bridge was built, the two parts of China that it connects were separated by several rivers and rough mountainous terrain. The Sidu River Bridge was the highest bridge in the world until 2016, when it was surpassed by the 1,850-foot-high Duge Bridge, which is also located in China. Considering the country's rapidly expanding infrastructure, I wouldn't be surprised if yet another new record-setting bridge is built soon. Thanks for watching! What did you think of these fascinating bridges? Who wants to go see them in person? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe and join the Origins Explained family. See you soon. Bye!